One area of investment and improvements that we're making is in sound quality, and to that end we've purchased some radio mics, so hopefully you'll see the results of that coming through. The second thing we've done is changed our video editing program. We're now using DaVinci Resolve 17, and whilst that's still in beta and I'm still learning it, there's quite a bit to go at. So I do hope you enjoy our videos. Please do give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, don't forget that bell icon as well to be reminded when we put a new video out. Also, please do consider becoming a patron. All of this helps us improve the product that we put out. Kit loves watching other animals on the TV with David Attenborough.
The females dig depressions in the gravel called reds. And as egg-laying starts.
It was a cold night last night. The inside of our hood is all frosted up, and so is the marina, all iced up again. It sat all day with ice and it's frozen a bit more overnight, so and there are a couple of boats to lift today, so there'll be a bit of ice breaking going on later. Is it cold, Kate? Is it a bit cold on your paws?
This guy is ice breaking. All the cracking that you can hear is him struggling through the ice on the marina.
Okay, so we've got a package today. This is for another project that we're starting on. We've got a couple of little projects actually out of this package, both to do with gauging. Take these out of the box. So they're just a fuel gauge. I'm not happy when we're running up on the when I'm on the top deck or anywhere actually. I have to manually switch over and hold to check fuel levels. We've only got one gauge and we have to switch between port and starboard tank. So I'm going to just put two gauges up here. It would just mean changing some of the gauging around. So that's that. Now the other one, which you can't see because I've conveniently put a sticker over it, is on the lower helm. We don't have a rudder angle gauge, so there's a rudder angle gauge, and we're going to put that in down there. We have one up on the upper deck. I have a conveniently placed redundant cable that runs from the transom all the way up to the console, so we'll be able to use that onto my current sender. I'll just split the cabling on the current sender and bring one to the lower helm and one up to the upper helm. Up here on the upper deck we have a fuel gauge just there, and at this side we have a voltmeter. So what I plan to do is change the voltmeter out, excuse the shaky camera, change the voltmeter out, move the voltmeter to a hole I already have cut behind that wood panelling there, fake wood panelling, and put the other fuel gauge there. So I've got gauges on both port and starboard side. So the first part of the project is to swap out this gauge here, and then we'll drill a hole here, or cut a hole in there for the rudder position. And so that will then keep that quite neat. On reflection, what I should have done was buy another fuel gauge, and then I could have swapped that out and had two fuel gauges down here and we could have put the voltage there. We'll save that for another day. The first job is just to puzzle the wiring out. On mine, the feed from the senders are pink. The positive pole on mine is blue-red, and the ground is black. But on the new gauge, the positive pole is red, the sensor is black, and the ground is blue. So that's straightforward. The simple bit's done. Now just got to sort out this rat's nest behind here. Okay, so there we're wired in. Just neatened it up a little bit. It's difficult behind there. So there we go. I'll just put some power on. And this is just a like for like change. So there we are. It's working. That's port tank. And this starboard tank. There we are. That's that little job nearly finished. Fuel gauge works, rudder angle doesn't yet because I've got to do the final connections to the sensor, but that should only be one wire, he says. Well, this took a lot longer than I intended. Someone got the fuel gauges working, so there we go. Turn that on, should be able to see there. Reflections are slightly in the way, and that's showing on, and across here that's also on. So they come on with the port engine when that's powered up, and it's only coincidence that they're both at the same level. And then what we've also got then down here is our battery meter. That's still on a switch, but we don't need that on all the time. And it was that was the problem. What I didn't realise is the Volvo gauges are a bigger outer bezel, and it's the outer bezel that has to go through, so that took a lot of cutting out. What do we do through the long winter days? Oh, help out with other boats. Just doing a bit of repairs to the bow on this boat here. Just gone through the gel coat, so I'm just going to take off. We did some patching a couple of days ago. That's been soaking, covered, and we'll see how things are going. So that's had some epoxy put into the right onto the bow. We've just covered it with peel ply. We've let that harden for 2 or 3 days. Temperature was just about right on the day we applied it. It's not today, it's freezing today. Yep, that looks okay. Just need to give that a quick file down. It's done what it was supposed to do. So my plan of just tagging into the current line for the rudder position didn't work, and so I've had to order a new sender because each one is a single unit. Hey ho! So now we're in the stern of the boat. This is my port rudder shaft, that's my port rudder arm, this is the new rudder position sender unit, that's in there, link arm, and another link arm there across to the rudder arm itself. And all that means that the rudder position indicator works. And this is the starboard side. So again, that is the rudder post, rudder arm, and this is the original rudder position sender unit, and that goes up to the bridge. And this is the lower helm, and this is the rudder position angle sensor. And there we are, that's a nice action. Well, at least we can now see where we're going. So we're now down at the fuel dock. We're just going to give a top up diesel, but we'll give it a shot of debug just as a precautionary treatment. Right, only needs a bit. We're slightly over treat just to make sure that there's no risk of developing bug. What we've got to do today is just put some fuel in this side into the port side, and then we'll do a fuel transfer internally across the starboard just to balance up. And so once we've anti-fouled, we've fed it in and anti-fouled, the repair looks pretty good. It's looking quite smart now. All the anti-fouling is done. Little bit of an emergency going on. We've got Coast Guard helicopter hovering just outside the marina, and we've got blue lights all over the place.